All right, welcome to DeanBodi Show. DeanBodi Show. Hey everybody, what's going on? Happy Saturday. I hope everybody had a nice new year, a safe one, a healthy one, and we're ready, obviously, to kick off 2021 and put 2020 behind us. I have a feeling we're going to say this next year on 2022 and saying, wow, I'm sure glad we're putting 2021 behind us. As much as we wanted to put 2020 because of all the craziness we got to look forward to. I just can feel it. Anyway, every day the sun's going to come up again. Keep living your dreams. Keep moving forward. DeanBodi Show's coming at you daily because life comes at you daily, not weekly and monthly. Might be bi-daily, tri-daily. You can fast forward it. You can rewind us. You can listen to us multiple times a day. HR Puff and stuff. And the Banana Split episode is still moving past all the other ones for some crazy reason. Maybe because I'm bringing it up, but that's okay. Let's keep the HR Puffin stuff, Banana Split episode, alive and well. Hey, those of you that haven't heard it, go there and listen to it. It's 30, 40 downloads more than the others. And we're reaching out to all kinds of places. We got the United Kingdom right underneath the United States. We got Chile. We got Australia. We got Singapore. We got, all kinds of cool stuff going on. And DeanBodi Show's tentacles are reaching out, far-reaching. How cool is that? And, hey, before we go any further, who's the good girl? Good girl, Bodi. Good girl Bodi. She's the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com. 800-878-9698 Bodi Hotline Fun Line. The Happy New Year Bodi line is still wide open, waiting for you to call and say hello and Happy New Year to Bodi. Oh, yeah. So listen, DeanBodi.com is the website. The links are on there. I want to get you over to the podcast, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. The other link will get you over to the social, DeanBodi _ YouTube channel. 200 episodes on the YouTube channel. Cha-ching. And we got 10 behind that on the podcast, so we're about 190 there, and we'll start season 3 once the podcast hits 200, and it's quite not even Steven on that because we like to keep it real over here and keep the numbers the way they are. We did start the videos first way back in the day, and I think this whole thing got kicked off around April. And we're doing our thing, man. We're having so much fun this year doing this. And I hope you're enjoying DeanBodi Show. And we're a nice break in your day. And you love seeing Bodi. If you come over to the video, you'll see me holding up her picture all the time. And, of course, on the thumbnail, we use Bodi all the time as she's the muse. She's the driving force behind this. And without Bodi, there's no DeanBodi Show. Not even close. So listen, man, we're going through some things over here. New cooking devices, new this. We're trying to mix things up a little bit. I got a Crockpot, my first Crockpot ever in my life. I'm 57 years old. Never once have I made anything in a Crockpot, ever, not ever, even when I was in college. The one thing I had in college that was awesome was the Electric Wok. I think that was my only cooking device for years. And the smallest you could get, George Forman Grill. I had the small George Forman where you could get like one chicken breast on there, and that was all you could cook on it at a time. You could probably squeeze 2 on there back to back, but I would do 1. But that thing was awesome. And when you would move from apartment to apartment, as we did back in the day, a couple years here, a year there, 6 months here, I don't know, that was kind of the way it was, I don't know, about that rhythm, now that I look back at a time. But that thing, that it was easy. You wanted to kind of keep it easy for when you moved. Not too much furniture, not too much appliances, not too much anything, so you could just do your thing. And I would bring that Electric Wok with me. I would bring my little George Forman Grill with me. Man, that Electric Wok, did I get some mileage out of that stuff with the stir fries? Oh, man, I had it down. The pepper steak that I used to make, forget about it. I would put that up against anybody, anytime. the fresh peppers, the fresh ginger, the fresh garlic. We had the pea pods, and we had the sprouts, the fresh. What else did I get in there? A little jalapeno pepper and sliced steak, which I marinated in soy sauce. And you would get the cornstarch, and you'd put that in there too to thicken it. And when you were stir frying it, you make a little cornstarch and a little warm water, and you could spill that in there and thicken up the sauce. And I got all these techniques from Yan Can Cook. If you ever watch Yan Can Cook, this guy was a wild man. He would do a stir-fry thing, and he would take his cleaver, and he would be dicing, and he wouldn't even look, and he'd be slicing. And the guy was a master with the knife, and I never mastered that one. What's that one giant knife that he used to? The cleaver. Yeah, the cleaver. If I didn't say that already, I never got into the cleaver, man. You had to be a pro to use that puppy because I wanted to keep all my fingers. But anyways, man, yes, sir. Big shout out to the original teeny weeny George Forman, way before the fancy big ones with the colors and the big lid and all this other stuff where you could get a few things on there. The one thing about the George Forman, so easy to clean. You get a little damp paper towel, up and down you went real quick, done, okay? The Wok, crazy easy to clean. Take a little towel, a little damp, go once around the thing after you emptied it, done. And these were my appliances, man, were like gold now that I look back. So I got this Crockpot. And let me tell you something about this Crockpot thing, okay? Not that big of a deal, number one. Number two, I made something yesterday. I had some broccoli, I had some Brussels sprouts, I had some chicken thighs, and some, organic chicken broth and vegetable broth. I just wanted to see if this thing worked and make something that I've never made before and just dump it in there and see how it goes. And this dish did not come out very well. And a fresh garlic I threw in there. I just wanted to get and it didn't even have a little light on there to let you know it was on. It was like, okay, the setting would go from off, it would go to low, it would go to high, and then warm. So low and slow for 6 hours. If you want to speed things up, high is around a few hours, and then you can warm on warm. Anyways, we did the low and slow, and no light to say it's on. So I'm touching the side, and I feel it's getting warmer. I'm like, okay, it must be working. I let it go, and when it was all said and done, I had the little hand blender. As Emerald, my favorite chef in the whole world, would tell you, number one, hey, if you don't like it, get your own show. Why do you season both sides so both sides taste good? And he would call the hand blender the boat motor. And you get that hand blender in there. If you had some vegetables in like a soup and you go up and down while you're cooking, it kind of pulverizes the veggies and all that, and it actually thickens it and makes it pretty cool. So that's a great little tool. So I'm doing that in the crock pot, and I'm kind of making some kind of mess of whatever. So it came out where I got the chicken thighs out of there. They didn't come out very good. No, I didn't brown them first. I just threw them in there. Basically, they boiled to death. And the veggies did not come out good. There were Brussels sprouts in there. And I ended up making this kind of veggie pulverized soup and green, whatever looking veggie soup concoction. I had one bowl. The flavor really was pretty good because of the seasoning and the broth, of course. But man, it didn't really work out. So today, I decided to give it one more chance before I pick it up and throw it in the trash can. So we're making the chili, and we got a couple pounds of grass-fed, grass-finished beef, ground beef from my buddies at Farmer's Cart. We got that in there. We got a couple 2-alarm Texas chili kits, and that comes with all the seasoning and all that, which is gold. We dump all that stuff in there. It's even got the masa. I'm flour to thicken it, and made a couple slurries of that. So that's in there. A can of crushed tomato, a can of fire-roasted tomato, 1 can of kidney beans, and that puppy's going low and slow right now, and we're going to see how that turns out. And hopefully it turns out okay, because it's kind of a cool thing to have the crock pot going. And I browned the ground beef in a regular pot first and all that first, and then dumped it in the crock pot. So crock pot is one of those things where you're kind of cooking it already, dumping it in there, and then letting that thing go low and slow, and you have it around in the house. And it's great to have. You can pull off the lid and just kind of go into it. Great for game day. Great if you got kids in a family for sure. But we're giving it another go, and it might be something that I'm just going to be kind of like using it for like chili or something like that. Some of these people on YouTube are doing their recipes, and you need this spice and that spice and this and that and that and this and this and that. Don't forget this, and you want to use that. Oh, yeah. And they make it overly complicated when you can just get the chili kit, and it's got it all in there. And these people are way too whatever. Okay? And so we'll see. All right? How it turns out. But we're giving it a shot. We don't want to toss that into because if I get aggravated at an appliance, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we're doing our thing over here. I'm moving around a little bit better today as my muscles and all that are starting to get strong again, and that lower in the right leg. Unbelievable what I'm going through with this whole, those of you that have been listening, this adrenal gland insufficiency. I'm getting really sick of saying the word. I'm just trying to focus on getting my healing back. Bodi's going through this folliculitis. So it looks like the Bodi, we're going to have to go to the Doggy Dermatologist and find out what's going on, because from what I understand is they're going to really get it narrowed down to what she's allergic to. Something's going on, and it happens. These things happen, whether you're scratching yourself on your own body, or the doggy's got something, or the kitty cat's got something. You just got to handle it. So poor Bodi, I don't want her to be uncomfortable in any way, but I was walking her yesterday, and I started to see a couple spots on her where the hair follicle, you can see, is having a little problem again. She's already gone through the antibiotics and all this other stuff, and my vet, I guess, can only go so far-reaching with his expertise and knowledge, to where the dermatologist is going to be more specialized, more specific, and we can get it honed in on what that allergy might be. Maybe she's got to stay away from something that she's eating or something like that specifically. So, she can have a more comfortable life too. And we're going to look into it and see what's going on. Hopefully not go down some kind of crazy rabbit hole. You got to watch that kind of thing too. But I want to figure it out, whether it's Bodi, whether it's me, and 2021, we're going to be healing together. We're going to be coming back bigger, better, and stronger. Don't you worry. This is how we do it over here. And look out. Tomorrow, Miami Dolphins against the Buffalo Bills. Oh, I'm super pumped up, fired up. Both combined, because Buffalo's in first. We're in second place. And if we can beat Buffalo, this is a big task. Oh my gosh. If we can beat this team, because these guys are beasts this year, this is going to be major. If we pull this off tomorrow, which I know we can do it, okay? I don't know what I'm going to do with myself as we move forward into the playoffs. So this is kind of our little benchmark, just like it is. And let me tell you, Dean and Bodi, we're both going to heal faster if Miami wins tomorrow. We're going to heal anyway, but we can do it. And I hope your team is doing well. But hey, we're born in Miami. We popped out a Dolphin fan. Even before the team existed in 1966, we popped out in 1963. A Dolphin fan even before the team was even around. That's how early I've been a Dolphin fan. Oh, yeah. Let's see what's going on over here, DeanBodi Show. We don't want to shortchange anybody, DeanBodi. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, yada-dee, what a wonderful day. There's plenty of sunshine coming our way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, yada-bee-da-ba-da-ba-da. Now, we just came out of this rain weather, one of these long rain events that really went over 24 hours and a half of a day. That's what happens in Texas out here. Sometimes we get these we had like a 4-day run one time in the rain. This was like half that, but still coming down nonstop. Not easy when it's freezing cold in the 30s, low 30s, high 20s, and the rain, and you got a Bodi, and now we got to go out and do our business. Hey, you suck it up and you do it anyway. And, we're going through our thing over here. And the belt loop, oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy. And the belt loops and the pants and the Christmas lights. Oh, man, touching food as a chef. Too funny. When I watch a chef on TV and they're grabbing stuff with their hands and mixing it, it grosses me out. You got utensils for a reason. You don't need to get your hand all full of the yuck and the mush and do all that stuff when you can mash it up with utensils and all that stuff. I don't know what it is. It doesn't seem real sanitary. If you got the gloves on, the chef gloves, the black ones and all that, that's one thing. But if you're in there with your hands, don't do that. Stop doing that. I don't know. It gives me the willies, and I don't want to eat that person's food. You understand what I'm saying? Just like when I watch this one guy on YouTube. He's cooking with the chicken, and he's wiping the counter with the cloth rag, and the cloth rag is sitting around and it's touching other surfaces. And this guy's like Mr. Salmonella chef. And, you got to pay attention to these things. And you wonder why you go eat somewhere and you come out and you're on the toilet for a couple days. That's why. Thank you, Mr. Chef, for not being clean and paying attention. Anyway, so when I see the chef doing that with the hands, I don't know, it just does something to me where I can't stand watching it. Use the utensils. Other than that, I'm walking around the neighborhood and Bodi and I are doing our thing. These people with the Christmas lights around here are hysterical. People are just throwing them any which way. No one's taking any really care in the design of anything. And they're hanging over the balcony and flipping them over here. And one's dangling down and, one strand is really short. I don't know, man. What can I tell you? The pride is not there with the Christmas decorations. But I guess if they're up anyway, however which way you're going to do it, you're having a little bit of the Christmas spirit, I guess. The lazy Christmas spirit, as we're calling it. And it's pretty funny as I'm seeing these people with their little makeshift, we're just going to wing it out there. And you can see them arguing, the couple, like, hey, listen, you're lucky I'm doing it at all, huh? Do it yourself if you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know what you're saying. So when I'm putting on one more thing that I'm talking about with all this crazy stuff, what's going on with the extra belt loops on some of these jeans that I got? We got some that are like 2 loops. I got one pair of jeans that's got a 3rd loop on there. What's going on with that? Unnecessary when it comes to the loops. Hey, when you're in martial arts and you're putting your gi on and you just put that belt around you and do your quick little tie, you don't need any loops around that thing. So what's going on with all the loops with the jeans? Dial it down. How about 1 loop in the beginning, 1 in the back, and 1 around the front? That's it. Enough. That's all we need. We don't need 1,000 different loops to keep our pants on. You know what I'm saying? So now that I've lost about 30 pounds, I've had to drill a couple extra holes in a couple of my belts to cinch it even more because the weight's coming off, man. But that's okay. We're going through the healing process. We just want to get our health back. We're paying attention to the nutrition. We're doing the keto diet, and I'm in ketosis, full nutritional ketosis, and we're going to see the time I come keto adapted, how we can handle it. Hopefully we can make this correction with the gout flare-ups and all that. We're going to see. Going through this personal experiment because let me tell you, it's been a real pain in the you-know-what. And one way or the other, we're going to figure it out and learn from the process. I just want to be comfortable and feel better and stronger so I can walk Bodi around the neighborhood and not have any problems, however it goes. And if it takes a year, 2 years to figure it out, then that's what it's going to take. Be patient with the process. The body goes through a healing process. It rebuilds itself every year with new cells. All the bones and the organs and the cells go through a replenishing once a year. And that's the way it goes. You can't rush some things sometimes, but one day at a time, and we're doing our thing over here. That's what's going on. I hope you're having a great day today and your New Year's starting off on the right foot. I'm so excited about the football game tomorrow. At least we got that going on, which brings some kind of normalcy to our crazy world that we're dealing with right now. Let me tell you something, man. Let's just get through this whole thing, this January thing coming up here, whatever's going to happen with this, not just the election and who's going to be doing this and that. It's still in a weird place. The COVID schmovid pandemic schmandemic. Keep your immune system strong and take care of yourself so you can take care of somebody else. Let's make it an awesome rest of your weekend. We're coming at you over here. She's a good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah, the good girl, Bodi. Yeah, the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com is the website. The social link will get you over to the YouTube channel, DeanBodi space show, YouTube channel, DeanBodi.com. You got the links on there. Want to get you over to the podcast? Want to get you over to the social? Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Say something nice to Bodi. Call the hotline and wish her a happy new year. She's waiting for you. Say what you're singing, zippity doo dah. Do your little sing along or song you want to sing or what's going on with your life. Say your first name, where you're from. We'll be happy to make it a feature on the show. Oh, yeah, the numbers are going up every day. Click the like button. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of these shows. Why? Because these are real shows. Do a nice 5-star rating and review on the podcast if you don't mind. For the new year, for the holidays, if you can get around and you have some time to do it, would be awesome. We'd appreciate it. I know Bodi's going to appreciate it. And if you like what's going on over here, consider subscribing. We're not going nowhere. We're going to be coming at you. And this is how we do it over here. You know what I mean? We love you here, DeanBodi. Numbers are going up all the time. Thanks to you. And let's make this a good year. Listen, remember, keep dreaming your dreams. The sun's going to keep coming up the next day. You got to keep doing your thing. And everything else will find a way to get figured out. And as the world cleanses itself, we become bigger, better, and stronger. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com. Have an awesome day. All right.